we're hard to guard when everyone's making their shots. So it's just exciting to kind of get into a rhythm as a group. And yeah, we're trusting myself, trusting the work I put in, getting extra shots every day, waiting for those open ones in the game to not.
Remember the name Lexie Hull. This Fever forward just went from bench player to fourth quarter hero, dropping 22 points with near perfect shooting. But how did Clark's record-breaking night set the stage for Hull's eruption? But before we move on to that, make sure to click the like and subscribe button. The road to WNBA greatness for Caitlin Clark hasn't been easy. She was unprepared for the physically demanding nature of the league when she initially went onto the floor. Clark had to adjust fast to the WNBA's very high level of competition. She did, however, adjust. Clark, ever the competitor, used those early setbacks as motivation. We saw a change as the season went on. Clark was so dominant, she wasn't only playing. Because these figures are so astounding.
It's, huge for our group. It's just one at a time. I thought we've done a really good job of that over these first 2 games. Incredible. 15 rebounds, 9 points, 8 assists. Neka is really good, Ezzy's really good. Like that's a tough match.
Let's talk about them. Clark had an impressive 6-game streak of 23.7 points and 11.7 assists before her record-breaking effort. That's not merely good, it's rookie-level excellence. However, numbers aren't everything. There is more to Clark's influence on the floor than just his stats. She has incredible court vision and is renowned for her knack at finding teammates, even in the most challenging of circumstances. Against the Chicago Sky, do you remember the game? Kelsey,
based on how she's playing and how the game is going, and I'm just gonna take her in stride because I enjoy it. So
looking to find her, I think in transition, especially the way she runs the floor with her speed, I'm always got my eyes up trying to look to find her.
Mitchell was the recipient of a jaw-dropping full-court pass from Clark. She seemed to be watching everything from behind her head. These kinds of plays don't merely make for good television. They can change the course of a game and inspire everyone on the squad. Her scoring ability should also be remembered. Not only is Clark assisting on other players' baskets, but she is also scoring herself. Defenders have had to play her carefully because of how dangerous she is at shooting threes, which has created chances for her teammates. The historic match versus the Seattle Storm was the culmination of all of this. Clark was absolutely hammering it out. Like clockwork, she dribbled past defenders, found open teammates, and made buckets. Clark scored 23 points on 9 of 19 shooting by game's finish. However, the scoring was only one aspect. Her versatile game was on full display as she complemented her 9 points with 5 rebounds and 9 assists. People are mentioning Clark as a potential Rookie of the Year candidate because of his full performance. The historic 8 itself, it was aesthetically pleasing. Lexie Hull finished off a pinpoint feed from Clark, and the ball went straight into her net. After Tisha Penicheiro's 224 assist rookie record in 1998 was surpassed, the record stood at 225. The fact that Clark accomplished all of this in only 28 games is a reflection of her superb playmaking skills. The record breaker was congratulated by Penicheiro, who said, "This record is in great hands. The great playmaker is handing the baton off to the next generation." But here's the rub. Clark is doing more than that. The game is being changed by her. The WNBA is entering a new era thanks to her skill, court vision, and ability to elevate her teammates. And you know what require no skill? Subscribing to Hoops and Flips. This will mean a lot us. Now back to the hoop sensation. Looking back at how Clark got here, it's easy to see that this is only the start. Her capacity to learn, adapt, and triumph over adversity is evident. The sport of women's basketball has seen her demonstrate her dominance at the greatest level. And
so we got a 2-for-1 quick, and I made a basket, and then we came down, got a stop, and then Lou made the 3, and I think that just kind of, felt like we were getting good looks and good shots. We felt like we could have just played with a little bit of a faster tempo. Like, we're really good in
the spotlight was on Caitlin Clark because of her record-breaking performance, but another Indiana Fever player had a memorable night as well. After keeping a low profile throughout the season, Lexie Hull shocked everyone with a game that would define her career. Let's take a step back and examine Hull's season that has preceded this. This second-year Stanford player had been floundering around the WNBA for a while. She had hit no more than 3 3-pointers in any game all season and had scored 10 or more points just twice. Going into Hull's match against the Seattle Storm, it's safe to assume that expectations were low. However, there are instances when basketball manages to surprise us, and Hull surprised us. Her performance was outstanding, not merely good. Incredibly, Hull shot 8 for 10 from the field to complete the game with a career-high 22 points. The true showstopper, though, was her three-point shooting. Hull shot 6 for 7 from deep, an accuracy rate that would make any NBA player green with envy.
Excited just to take, each game as it comes, but keep moving forward, keep building on this one.
Matt, go ahead.
The timing is what really sets Hull's performance apart. She waited until the fourth quarter to score 12 points that were game-changing. These weren't your average points. They were crucial baskets that put the Fever ahead and ultimately won the game. And there is one sequence that really sticks out. In the last moments of the game, Hull made a pair of three-pointers. Not only did these shots help the score, but they also started a 15-2 run that the Storm couldn't recover from. That was a game-changing clutch performance, the kind that can alter a player's career direction. There was no suddenness about Hull's breakout performance. It was a declaration made in the face of hardship following his benching earlier in the season. What distinguishes average WNBA players from elite ones is this type of resiliency, the capacity to be ready and perform when needed. Hull and Clark's complementary skills shone during the whole match. Actually, the rookie assist record was shattered by Clark, who set it for Hull. This bond represents the Fever's developing chemistry as a unit, which bodes well for their chances of future success. Clark was very effusive in her praise of Hull's performance. She's not one to hold back when it comes to helping her teammates. Following the match, she made the bold statement, "This is now a Lexie Hull fan account." A team can go from okay to great with this type of mutual support and togetherness. The Fever's total domination from outside the arc was greatly aided by Hull's shooting, which was remarkable in and of itself. With a team total of 15 of 31 from beyond the arc, Indiana outshot Seattle's 7 of 20 from the field. A perfect storm of offensive firepower was unleashed as Hull's infectious accuracy extended to her teammates. It was a statement win for the whole Fever squad, not simply for Hull. They have already equaled their win total from last season with this triumph. They've gone a long way in only a year, and this is a visible proof of it. When we consider Hull's results in the context of the Fever's season, we can't help but be thrilled about what is ahead. The success of the team depends on more than simply the performance of a single individual. It also depends on the ability of each member to step up when the pressure is on. Winning over the Seattle Storm wasn't a team effort for the Indiana Fever. They demonstrated their developing abilities and camaraderie as a team in this collaborative endeavor. Another important player made a huge splash, but Caitlin Clark and Lexie Hull got all the attention. Fever scoring danger.
I think for us, we got to give her what she needs and be the resource, and kind of just fill out where she kind of needs us to fill those gaps in. And as far as knowing how to read and adjust off her, and once she make that adjustment, I think it's really good basketball. So
Kelsey Mitchell also had a fantastic game. Her 27 points, including an outstanding 5 for 8 performance from beyond the arc, were the most of any teammate. The Storm's defense was under constant attack all game long due to Mitchell's ability to make her own shots and score crucial baskets. A feature of the Fever's newfound success is their balanced approach. They aren't counting on a couple of key players anymore, but now they're getting contributions from all over the field, which makes them a far more formidable opponent, and it shows in how well the Fever play together now. They have been performing at a high level ever since the Olympic break. The team's defensive rotations are more precise, players are passing the ball to one another, and trust is evident on the floor. Results have been achieved with this chemical. The Fever have equaled their win total from last season with their victory over the Storm. With 12 games left in the regular season, they have accomplished it. It shows how far this team has come and how much effort they have put in. Their fourth quarter dominance, however, was the most remarkable part of the Fever's performance versus the Storm. Indiana scored 33 points in the last period, outscoring Seattle 33-17. What differentiates good teams from great ones is this capacity to close deals. Rather of eking out a victory, the Fever took command of the game and sealed the deal. It establishes a foundation for future achievements and boosts self-assurance. The Fever's lights-out shooting from beyond the arc was a major contributor to their surge in the fourth quarter. Indiana made more three-pointers, 15-31 versus 7-20 for Seattle as a team. The ability to penetrate defenses and make long-range shots frees up space for the rest of the attack, allowing guys like Clark more opportunities to drive the lane and find teammates. teammates. The Fever's enhanced performance extends beyond their offensive capabilities. They have also made great progress in their defense. They are coordinating their movements better, exchanging information more efficiently, and consistently challenging shots. They have been able to win streaks despite facing tough competition, in part because of their two-way progress. The Fever are aiming to climb the ranks as they keep gaining momentum. They are now 13-15 and in the middle of the playoff hunt thanks to this victory. If they want to make the playoffs, every game after this one is going to matter. The future holds a fantastic chance for the Fever to extend their winning run. The Minnesota Lynx, who are also fighting for a playoff spot, are their upcoming opponent. This is an opportunity for Indiana to show their rivalry with a direct rival while also adding to their win total. The Fever's newly discovered confidence and chemistry will be put to the test in their clash against the Lynx. Do they have what it takes to repeat as champions after defeating the Storm in a high-stakes match? What happens if Clark keeps shattering records? Does Hull have what it takes to continue her impressive run? Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment sections below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.